Right, let's start by figuring out for any number of teams how many matches there would be. So let's start with a small number of football teams. Let's start with just 2 teams. Now with 2 teams, looking at this team here, Team A, they've only got one other team to play. So they'd only have one home game. So each team has 2 times 1 home game, and therefore there are only 2 matches when you have 2 teams in a league. Let's look at 3 teams. Once again, A, B, C. Now let's look at Team A. They will have now 2 home games, and each team will have 2 home games, but there are now 3 teams. And if I look at 4 teams, you should be able to see a pattern emerging here. If there are 4 teams, then each team has 3 home games, and there are 4 of them. So to work out the total number of matches, you multiply the teams by 1 less than that number. So for example, if there were 10 teams, I would do 10 times 9, and that would give me 90 games. So I'm not really that close. I need to basically guess until I get to a closer number. Now, 306. Well, I know that 20 squared is 400, so that's too high. So I'm going to go with 15 times 14. Let's see what that makes. Well, that's quite an easy one. That's going to give me 140 plus 70, so that gives me 210. So I need to go a little bit higher. Let's try 17 times 16. This gets a little bit complicated. Or 18 times 17. I'm a bit more confident in that one actually working. Let's just work it out now. So 8 times 7, 56, 136 plus 170, and that gives me my 306. Now what I was actually looking at there was looking at the last 2 digits. A 5 and a 4 will always make a 0. A 7 and a 6 will make a number that ends in a 2, and an 8 and a 7 will make a number that ends in a 6. So that helps me with my guessing. Now to get the number of teams, that's simply 18, because it's 18 teams and they each have 17 home games.